After nearly 2 years of waiting for the pandemic to be over, many people have stopped waiting and they've started to travel again. And while many destinations and attractions are working hard to make it safe for you to visit their properties, many of the people I know are still concerned about keeping themselves and their families safe. So in this video, we're going to talk about road trips. Welcome back. For those of you that don't know me, my name is Chris Bludorn, and as a travel agent, it's important to me to help as many people as possible have better travel experiences. So I thought in this video, it might be good to share some vacation ideas that make social distancing a whole lot easier. And that's why we're going to talk about road trips based on a specific topic. So whether you're taking your car or an RV, these destinations are sure to satisfy the travel bug within you. And if you'd like to take an RV but don't own one, sites like Outdoorsy or RV Share are great ways to rent, and it's not even as expensive as you might think. I'll put the links in the description, but in the meantime, let's hit the road.
You can't talk about road trips without talking about the most famous road trip of all time, so trip number 1 is Route 66. It's the quintessential road trip, and it's certainly the first thing most people think of when you mention road trips. Commissioned in 1926, it was one of the first national highways for motor vehicles in the United States, and one that became an icon in American pop culture. If traveling from east to west, you'll begin in downtown Chicago and travel across the country, passing through 8 states and 4 different regions, ending at the Santa Monica Pier in California. It's a little over 2,400 miles, so you'll want to allow a minimum of 2 weeks to complete this journey. And here's a little fun fact for you. Did you know the very first ever McDonald's opened on Route 66 in California in 1948? At that time, the McDonald brothers were selling hamburgers for 15 cents. You can still see the place today, but it's been turned into a museum. Some of the other great things you'll get to see along the way are quirky roadside attractions, antique gas stations, motels, and diners, all harkening back to a time when road trips were the rule and not the exception. Road trip number 2 is for road trippers who love the great outdoors, and that's the Blue Ridge Parkway. The Blue Ridge Parkway spans 469 miles and crosses through 29 counties from northern Virginia to southwestern North Carolina. This is a beautiful drive any time of the year, but the most magical time is during autumn, when the leaves shimmer with their fiery hues. You should plan 4 to 5 days to drive it in its entirety and still have time to stop and visit various attractions along the way. But part of the tourist appeal of this area is just to simply admire the scenic beauty you can see from your window. And for the outdoor enthusiasts, there are many things to do, like hike to the highest waterfall east of the Rockies, explore one of the many caves, or visit Mount Mitchell State Park, which is home to the highest peaks in the eastern United States. And that's just a few of the things you can do along the Blue Ridge Parkway. Road trip number 3 is one of my favorites, and that's a road trip all about beaches, and Florida still has some of the best beaches in the United States. A bucket list experience for many road trip enthusiasts is driving the length of the Overseas Highway from Miami to Key West. The Overseas Highway follows Henry Flagler's East Coast Railroad, built in 1912, and is fondly known as the highway that goes to sea. This is the southernmost leg of U.S. Highway 1 and stretches about 113 miles, mostly over water, linking 44 islands by 42 bridges. And while you can drive the entire distance in 3.5 to 4 hours, there are so many things to do, you could plan a 2-week trip and still not cover everything. So just plan to go back more than once so you can truly experience all this area has to offer. A few things you can do outside of enjoying the white sand beaches is to take part in water activities like snorkeling, parasailing. You can even charter a boat and go fishing. And don't leave Key West without seeing Ernest Hemingway's home and Truman's Little White House, as well as many other museums. Like I said, there's a lot to see and definitely something for everyone. Every road trip requires a pit stop, so let's take a moment to talk about a great tool that will help you plan your next road trip, and that's the Roadtrippers App. This app allows you to build your route and then discover cool places to stop along the way. You can also book hotels and tours directly through the app, as well as estimate your gas cost. And the Roadtrippers Plus feature allows you to collaborate with your friends and family to build a journey that everyone will enjoy. It also provides live traffic updates so you can check the traffic on the road, and it gives you offline maps should you decide to go off-grid. I'll drop a link in the description so you can check it out. Now let's get back to it. Road trip number 4 is for the love of NASCAR. With a season that consists of 36 races over a 10-month period, there are lots of trips that you can plan, but let's focus on one that will allow you to make your next long weekend a NASCAR-fueled adventure. Starting in Concord, North Carolina at the Charlotte Motor Speedway, this track was designed and built in 1959 and has become a premier stock car racing destination. While in the area, be sure to stop in Mooresville to check out the North Carolina Auto Racing Hall of Fame, which covers everything from drag racing to stock car racing, and with more than 40 cars, you are sure to revisit some of racing's greatest moments in history. From there, make your next stop Charlotte's NASCAR Hall of Fame. There are tons of interactive stations that provide an immersive experience for gearheads of all types and ages. Once you rest up, cruise on down to Waynesville, Georgia to the Golden Owl Speedway. This track opened in 1967 and is considered one of the best dirt tracks in all of the South. Then it's on to the New Smyrna Speedway in New Smyrna Beach, Florida. This asphalt track is a little less than half a mile in length, but it showcases some of the best racing east of the Mississippi. It's been said, if you can win at Smyrna, you can win anywhere. Lastly, finish your weekend adventure with a visit to the Daytona International Speedway in Daytona Beach, Florida. First held in 1959, the Daytona 500 has become the most significant and prestigious race in all of NASCAR. Today, you can also treat yourself with the Richard Petty driving experience, which takes you around the track at an epic 150 miles per hour for the most heart-pumping, white-knuckle drive of your life. Road trip number 5 just might sound a little ridiculous, but Hawaii is a great place for a road trip, even though most people never leave the beaches when they visit. If you visit Maui, be sure to drive the Hana Highway, but beware, this is not a typical highway. It's 64 miles of narrow, winding roadway, but it's definitely worth the extra effort because waterfalls are everywhere, and you'll even have the opportunity to visit one of the best beaches on the island. Be sure to start out early with a full tank of gas and snacks because this road can get congested and there aren't a whole lot of food and gas stations along the way. Oh, and don't forget your camera because the stunning scenery is something you'll definitely want memories of forever.
Hopefully, this short list will inspire you to plan your next road trip. Do me a favor and in the comments, let me know about your favorite road trip or one that you're looking forward to. I'd love to hear all about it. And if you'd like to see more videos on travel ideas, please subscribe to this channel and press the bell so you can be notified when a new video comes out. Until next time, stay safe and remember, travel is life.